Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Have you ever been gifted the most succulent, delectable, creamy, caramely caramels of your life? I have, and I've never known how to make them until today. Don't tell anyone. We're going to make some creamy, chewy caramels that with some vanilla bean paste simply takes them over. You can see the flecks of vanilla in the caramels. And oh my goodness, guys, when I tell you that this caramel is creamy and chewy, you have no idea. And trust me, you're going to want to get a bite of this. Hello, loves, and welcome back to day 10 of the 12 Sweets of Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us here in the Red Hares and Daffodils Homestead Kitchen. My name is Kate. If you're new to the channel here, welcome. Please like and subscribe so you can finish out the 12 Sweets of Christmas with us. And we're going to go big while we're at home, and you're going to absolutely love today's video and the next two. But we also have 9 videos behind us that are absolutely phenomenal, each just as special. So please check those out if you can. Today we're making caramel again. And I know my history with making caramel is kind of hit or miss. When I needed to take it up high to do the hard rum hard candies, phenomenal job. Absolutely didn't skip a beat with that. But when I was trying to do the caramel for the turtles, that failed miserably, and I made 36 little hockey pucks with pecans. I was wasting my pecans, folks, but we ended up using those up for hard candies as well, so it wasn't a total loss. But after endless hours of research, I am revamping that recipe with the temperature only. I'm going to give it another go. I am going to see how it fares, but we are not taking it up to 250 degrees. Oh, no, not taking it up to 250 degrees again. I learned my lesson. I need that stamped on my forehead. I learned my lesson. 250 degrees for me is a hardball stage where I live in Illinois, and here in the Midwest, with the sea level and the varying temperatures and everything like that, 250 does not give me a chewy caramel. 238 to 240 degrees, though, does. So join me along in today's video. We're going to redo our caramel for the turtles again, but this time I think we're going to have a success on our hands. So let's get the rest of my ingredients into my 3-quart pot. I've already got my 2 cups of brown sugar in here. You guys already know this recipe. And if you hear anything, my little kitchen helper, not my human one, but my feline one, is in a paper bag. So if you hear something crinkling on the back end of things, Dobby found a paper bag from the grocery store. So I apologize for that, but it keeps him quiet right now, which is good and not in the video. We'll take it. All right, I'm going to add in some heavy whipping cream. It's like on cue. It's like, oh, making a video. Let's see, 1 3/4 cups. Poured a little too much heavy whipping cream. Okay, we'll get that back in the fridge. Got 2 tablespoons of butter. Now I need 3/4 cup of light corn syrup. I really thought I bought 2 of these, but I didn't. I only bought 1. So I guess I need to go shopping again. Oh, twist my arm to go shopping for candy ingredients. Oh goodness, what's a girl's to do? Okay, got a 1/2 cup and a 1/4 cup. I hope this holiday season has found everyone to be safe, happy, and healthy so far. No, I'm finally done with all my shopping. Whoops. And for that, eternally thankful, because that means I don't have to go out into town anymore. And me in town does not make a good match. So half teaspoon salt, half teaspoon vanilla extract, but we've got our vanilla bean paste, which I need to grab. And our salt. There's that. We're going to add in our vanilla extract as soon as we are done bringing this up to 238, 239, 240. That's going to be our golden zone. So if you want to join me over on the stove, we'll get to mixing. We'll get to cooking. Alrighty, loves. We're just going to get everything mixed up here. And you can see I've already got my candy thermometer on. And this is going to take roughly about 15-20 minutes to get this up to temp. So I am not going to have you guys sitting here staring at my pot for 20 minutes. I will bring you guys back when we are at a higher temp, probably right around 230, 235. And we will go from there. I'll see you guys here in just a sec. Hello, loves. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're sitting here between 237 and 238, slowly climbing. What we are doing right now is that we are going to go ahead and do a water drop test in addition to our thermometer. We want to make sure that when it's put into, when the caramel mixture is put into room temperature water, we want to see how it holds up. And you can see it's still not quite there yet. We want it to have a little bit more of a caramely pull to it and everything. It's setting up. Okay, we're at 241 right now. I need to go ahead and pull this. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and add in our teaspoon of vanilla paste, which is going to give us our little black flecks of vanilla beans into our caramel, which is going to just take it a step above and beyond. Would you hand me my spreader, please? Thank you. Thank you. So it's good to have an extra set of hands in the kitchen. Alrighty, we already have our pan prepared here. You can see that we've used some clips. We've clipped down the edges. That's just so that the parchment paper sticks and I don't have another incident where I'm pouring and the parchment paper is being covered up. Alrighty. Oops, sorry, we just turned off the exhaust fan. I had that going because it smells like a wonderful caramel workhorse. I don't know if my wrists are strong enough for this, but we will see. Alrighty. And now we're going to go ahead and, as you can guess it, we're going to hurry up and wait again, which is not a problem. But here we go. I'll see you back in a couple hours. And we're going to get to cutting this and to wrapping it in little wax paper parchment squares and getting ready to give this as a gift. Hello, loves, and welcome back to the continuation of day 10 of the 12 Sweets of Christmas. We are working on our chewy, creamy, delectable caramels, and we actually made a second batch of caramels off screen last night because I wanted to have enough to be able to send in with my spouse to work tonight, and also a big batch of them for both my mother and my brother. So, and I knew these caramels, I like to gift bigger pieces of them instead of just little tiny bite-sized morsels, which we can do. We're going to actually wrap up in 2 different ways. We are going to wrap up some Hobby Lobby, not sponsored, sells pre-cut wax sheets so that you can, they're just pre-cut candy wrappers. So I went ahead and bought some of those last night. And then we have also got some mini cupcake liners as well. So we're going to do bite-sized pieces in the mini cupcake liners, and we're going to do larger pieces that are not meant to be shared, pieces in the pre-cut wrappers. So we've already got our caramel from last night ready, and it is stiff as a board, but still chewy, still pull apart good. Just that it's got a nice hard coating on it, which is what is needed. We just pulled it out of the refrigerator about half an hour ago. But we're going to need that, a little bit of that crust on it. So when we cut into it, it doesn't stick to the knife and it doesn't go back together immediately. So let's get to cutting, folks. I know the edge pieces are one of my personal favorites, but see how easy that just cut in. I mean, these caramels are still oh so soft. And we took this batch up to 241 degrees. And we really believe that this is 238 was our aiming temperature for the first batch. And that batch turned out, that's the first one that we cut up. That batch was so super, super soft. And absolutely nothing wrong with it, but it was super, super soft and just ooey gooey, melt in your mouth, just phenomenal. But we took this batch up to 241, and we got it to be a little bit harder. And for us in Illinois, where we're at with sea level awareness and everything, 241 seems to be our go-to temperature for chewy caramels. What am I catching on? There we go. Just got caught a little bit on the paper there. Alrighty. Scoot back over. So I'm on a couple layers of parchment paper. I'm not sawing into this caramel by any means, but I don't want to stretch it out, but you can just see just how easily this caramel is. It's fresh out of the refrigerator by less than 30 minutes. It's still already so soft. So, but 231 degrees is, I'm sorry, 241 degrees. That's our magic number. I'm going to make some bite-sized pieces in here first. I'm working with 2 different knives. I've got a nice Japanese knife here that I wanted to use because it creates a little bit of a wider cut. And then I've got my Henkel's knife, which I'm working with right now, just because it is, for me, it's one of my best knives that I've got. There is a little bit of stickage to the knife, just a smidgen. I am also not using, I know some people will wipe down their knives and utensils that they're working with just the tiniest bit of a neutral oil, like the vegetable oil, avocado oil, something like that, just to prevent stickage. I am just trying to let these bad boys just shine. I just want them to be I know a neutral oil doesn't have taste to it, but I just want them to be shining on their own. So we're going to get these. I'm going to just package up a couple in here, and I will figure out a tin. I think we've got a large circular tin that we can send into my spouse's job to share with the share with the guys at work. So trying to hurry here. I really, really hope. I know with the debacle with the turtle, not Basil our tortoise, but with the turtles, we really wanted to make these caramels again, and I know I personally cannot wait to make redemption turtles on St. Valentine's Day. So that is something I am personally looking forward to. Bring on the challenge. All right, perfect number of liners for the perfect number of pieces cut. I don't think I could have tried that again, even if I wanted to. All righty. So we've got our first way of packaging, and now we're going to cut up a couple more strips here, and then we're going to get them wrapped up in the wax papers. I think when I press down the knife, it's sort of sealing it to the wax paper here, or to the parchment paper. I think that's part of my hiccup. I'm doing it to myself. Alrighty, so we're going to put the caramel in the middle of our wax paper. Wrap it around so that it is completely encased all the way around. This paper does tear, like all papers, parchment paper, tissue paper, it does tear. So you just want to be super careful. And I just go a little bit past the caramel and just gently try to seal it off on that end without ripping the paper. So I'm gonna, my caramel ends here. I'm just gonna kind of go a little bit over, try to fold it over there. Bada bing, bada bam. There we go. Let's do a couple more. And you can see in here that special little element that we added to the caramels yesterday, that our vanilla bean paste. You can still see in here the vanilla bean flecks. And boy, oh boy, I tell you what, you can taste the difference. You can absolutely taste the difference. You can see the difference. You can taste the difference. It is unbelievable. All right, we're going to wrap up 2 more here. All righty. But these are caramels that I hope you guys do make. And if you have any questions about it, please shoot me a message, shoot me an email, comment on my blog, send me a message on YouTube. I'm completely reachable. This is what I do for fun. So, alrighty, folks. I'm going to go ahead and keep wrapping up the rest of these. Got all of our caramels wrapped, and I love how big these caramels turned out. I love cutting them to where they're a little bit more substantial in size, so that you can enjoy it and make them a nice 2-biter. So, alrighty, from my heart to yours, this wraps up day 10 of the 12 Sweets of Christmas. Please consider liking and subscribing to follow along with the rest of the 12 days of the rest of the 12 Sweets of Christmas. And also just to go ahead and keep following as we get into 2026 and whatever adventures await us in 2026. And we really look forward to seeing you around. And stay tuned for more adventures on. This will be released on Monday. So I will see you then on Wednesday, folks. Hugs and loves. Bye-bye.